So always a good idea before you get down on the floor and using your wrists is to do some wrist warm-ups. So here's a few that I really like. The first one, magnetic wrist. So put your hands together, your wrists together like this, and imagine that they're never going to come apart like magnets, and you just start to rotate. So keep your wrists in contact with each other all the time. Just looks like this. And then once you've got the gist of it, just go the other way. Perfect. Another one. Take your, interclasp your hands like this and put your forearms together. Keep them rubbing up and down each other, and then just rotate. Just try and get the full range of movement. If anything jars, just cut that little circle a little bit short. The third one, clasp it again, stick one elbow high, press like this, rotate through and out the other way. Back, around the other way. You can always give them a flick, like you're getting gloves off. You can also just take your fingers just here above your, below your wrist, and just give little sharp tugs. This helps, again, with blood flow and warming up the ligaments and tendons. So once you're happy that you've done your wrist prep, we can get on the floor. This is going to be for cat cow. So here with cat cow, what I'm looking for is that you put yourself in a very nice four-pointed grid. What I mean by that is that your knees and your legs all sitting nicely at right angles. I'm going to keep changing angles. And when you put your hands down, you are, in effect, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I was sitting on a sheet of glass, I would expect to see 1, 2, 3, 4 all evenly. So your legs are not in, your legs are not flared, everything's sitting quite nicely. If you find that your ankles are feeling a little bit sore, you can stick them on a cushion, always have one to hand, stick them underneath, and off you go. So that's just an option for you. When you place your hands on the floor here, again we want even weight in your hands. So you can just find where that is by just slightly rotate round on your wrists. Okay, just go round a couple of times this way, around a couple of times this way. You should feel the weight transfer between your fingertips and your palms. Once you feel that you've got your optimum centered weight distribution, just check, are my shoulders over my wrists? Are my hips over my knees? Is this a nice box? Okay, great. And then we're ready to start. We're going to start mobilizing through our whole spine. So I want you to try and think, head neutral, look down at the floor, where is your neutral? So what I'm thinking about here is my back as flat as possible? Once you feel that you've got that, we're going to start by protracting our shoulders. What I mean by that is just to activate our shoulder girdle. Imagine you've got a walnut sitting in between your shoulders and you want to pop it off. So hold your abs in, hold your hips neutral, and then just go, boop. Let me just show you that from the front. So look at my shoulders. Here I am neutral, here I am protracted. Here I am neutral, here I am protracted. And then I can retract them. What I mean by that is I'm going to just sink into my shoulders so that walnut is now like crunched between them. So this is me neutral, this is me protracted, and this is me retracting. My arms stay straight, my bones are stacked, but I'm dipping down at the top. But what I'm also doing, I'm holding myself neutral here as much as possible and trying to keep my pelvis from tilting at this point. So this is me protracting, this is me retracting. This is me protracting, this is me retracting, and this is me neutral. Now I want to hold this part still, and I want to just rotate my pelvis. I'm trying very hard to keep my upper thoracic, we were just working, neutral, and I'm just rotating. Here I'm setting this to center, and I'm going to join that all up. I'm going to retract my shoulders, I'm going to sink my belly, and I'm going to rotate my pelvis. I'm going to look up slightly, and I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to lead by my chin, drop my chin, protract my shoulders, suck in my belly, rotate my pelvis, and look down through my legs. I'm arching. You may want to just move around and feel that arch, that's great. Okay? And then we go back the other way. Through the motion, articulate, articulate, think, shoulders, waist, pelvis, up. And then you can move through this 2 or 3 times to suit. So that is your cat-cow.